We have some breaking news. The Pentagon has just announced it's deploying a Navy air carrier strike group to Latin America to support President Trump's fight against drug cartels. It comes after the U.S. carried out another legal strike on a boat in international waters overnight. That was the 10th since September. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth shared this video of that attack on what he says is a vessel operated by Venezuelan cartels engaged in drug trafficking. 6 men were aboard. All, we're told, were killed in the strike, bringing the death toll of this campaign to on the seas to about 45 people that we know of. Now, as with previous strikes, the administration provided no evidence that the targets were indeed drug traffickers. Yesterday at the White House, President Trump says he intends to expand this deadly fight against the cartels to land. And he doesn't think he needs anyone's approval to do it, not even Congress.
So now they're coming in by land. And even the land is concerned because I told them that's going to be next. You know, the land is going to be next. And we may go to the Senate, we may go to the, Congress and tell them about it. But I can't imagine they'd have any problem with it. Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay? We're going to kill them. They're going to be like dead.
Here in studio with me, MSNBC's senior national security reporter David Rohde. Let's start with that breaking news. What do you make of the deployment of the Gerald R. Ford carrier strike group?
It's a major escalation. I mean, a carrier strike group is one of the largest formations the U.S. Navy has. And I think it shows the seriousness of the Trump administration to do this. But we're talking about a war on drug trafficking organizations. It's broadening, it's accelerating, and one key question is, so how do you win that war? How do you define success if you're trying to stop the flow of drugs? And as we were just talking about, this has been going on for decades. The United States has been trying to deal with the problem of illicit drugs and drug addiction in this country. So the hope is that these folks will be intimidated and they'll just stop carrying drugs into the U.S., but there's such a large market and so much money to be made, it's hard to know if this is going to work.
I mean, Donald Trump didn't ask for approval before he bombed some nuclear facilities in Iran this summer. So we know he's willing to use the U.S. military here. And in fact, he seems quite pleased with the results so far. But when you say things like, we may go to the Senate, and I can't imagine they would have any problem with it, what does that say about how he views his presidential authority?
He definitely feels he has the authority to do this, and past presidents have done this. To be fair, the Obama administration carried out many drone strikes that were abroad. There was a published policy paper that came out about what level of proof was needed to carry out these lethal strikes. Anwar al-Awlaki, an American citizen, was killed in a U.S. drone strike. And I spoke this week to people from the Biden administration, and even the first Trump administration followed those rules. And they had very good sense, at least a clear sense, that they were identifying the person they were trying to kill. These boats, they have no idea, as far as we can tell, who is on them. So they're just blowing up boats. Just this last one, 6 people are killed. And it's, critics are saying it's summary execution of unidentified individuals.
So I want to ask you specifically about what Trump also said. He said, so now they're coming in by land, and even the land is concerned because I told them that's going to be next. Where is he talking about?
That sounds like Mexico. And again, how this is rapidly expanding. This started out about Venezuela and pressuring the Maduro regime, which is authoritarian and oppressive. And now we've had these 2 strikes off the coast of Colombia and the Pacific. Colombia's government has been an ally for decades in the fight against drugs. If he starts carrying out strikes on land in Mexico, that will backfire enormously. The Mexican public will be outraged. There'll be huge pressure on Mexico's president to not cooperate.
David Rohde, always good to have you on the program. I appreciate your analysis of this breaking news. Thank you.